Hi, welcome back. Today I'm going to share with you the most important tip when it comes to manifesting. And you may have heard this before, but not quite in this way. And this might be the turning point for you to actually increase your level of manifestation and your rate of manifestation, like how often you might manifest something. And I'm going to dive right into it. It's going to be a short video, but we don't need a lot of fuss around this. So when it comes to manifesting, what many theories suggest and many experts, many books, maybe many videos suggest is that if you focus on what you want instead of what you don't want, you increase the potential of what you want, right? And they suggest the vision boards, and they suggest that you visualize how you want it, and that you increase your vibration, and that you really feel what it feels like to be there and to have it. And while this is one way of doing it, like it is a tool, but it is still creating from a state of mind, like a mental approach. Even though you include your emotions and you're trying to feel like what it feels like to have it or to be it or whatever it is you want to manifest, it is still you try to create that feeling from your mental willpower. And while this is one way of manifesting, it usually tends to be a very long process, and in between most people just give up because they're not achieving results. And so while it is one way of doing it, it is not the most effective way of doing it. So what I'm suggesting now is, and you may have heard this, and this is also where I feel, for me, this is my personal experience, it works much faster because you're not trying to manifest from your human point of view. And this is stop focusing on what you want. And this may be counterintuitive, but I tell you what I mean by this and why this works much faster, much more effective. Because as long as we try to focus on what we want, we think we're retelling the universe what it is we want it to bring to us, right? So it's like we make sure the universe does not forget we want this relationship, or we want this job, or we want this financial situation, or this health improvement. So we talk about it constantly again and again. And yes, we may know that I cannot focus on the lack. I focus on what it feels like to have it. But by focusing on it, you do not leave a certain state of vibration, which you need to create faster. So what I'm saying now is really in practical terms. Instead of focusing on it, what you do is you become clear what it is you want to experience in whatever way. And this is also why we're here. It's not, you don't have to lean back and say, well, whatever happens, happens. I'm okay with everything and I have no wishes, no desires. That's not what it's about. Have your wishes, have your desires, have your passions that you want to experience, where you know, I think this will make me happy, and it doesn't define me. It's not that important, but I really want to experience this because I think it will make me happy, right? I think it will enhance my experience here. It will enhance my wisdom, my evolvement, or just my fun, okay? So it is okay to have that. And once you have identified what it is you want, in the next step, what you do is you become clear about it and you feel what it feels like to have it or to experience it. You really you explore this, okay? That's fine. But what you do then is you come back to the realization that everything is vibration and energy. So what it is you want is an energy you want to attract. It's not the thing itself. So the essence of what you want is what you want to focus on. So if the essence is you want to attract love, let's say, you hold the vibration of that love. Now, the first thing is you need to obviously signalize it out. You cannot feel stuck in your own ability to love and expect this love to flow to you. So first you become love, you become the flow, you enter this state of loving and let the love flow through you, right? And by that alone, you will enjoy this vibration. And then realize that what you want to attract is also vibration, is also frequency. And so there's nothing else you need to do, which means the source, universe, knows what you want. You're sending out the signal. And in the next step, because you trust and you know it's energy, you know it's already yours. So what you do with it is you let go of the result. And this is the hardest bit, and I totally get it, especially if it is something that we really want. And we do really want some things. And that is a good feeling, because when we're over there in the state of bliss and love and happiness, there is no desire because everything is already. So here we get to experience I feel like I'm over here, what I want is over there, and how do I create it into my experience? So enjoy that you can feel the desire. What does it feel like to want this? And why do I want this? And how does it improve me, so to speak, right? Improve is maybe not the right word, because we don't need to improve anything. We're perfect as it is. But how does it enrich me, enrich my life, add to me, to my life, to my experience? So be clear on that, and then hold that essence, but move away from the result. How do you do that? Because it's always like, yeah, that's easy said, but what do you mean by this? It means trust that the universe has this. Trust that the universe has this. And then take your focus away from it onto something else that you like dealing with, that you like preoccupying yourself with or diving into, or because what we often think is we need to focus on it on a daily basis to focus it into being, into reality, because we think the universe forgets that we actually put out that wish. And after 2 days or a week, it's like, if I don't tell the universe again that I really want this, I'm not going to get it. Because the universe thinks, she's fine as it is. Now she's dealing with plants, and she's okay over there. So we don't need to sort out that thing that she said a week ago she wanted. That's not how it works, because the vibration of your creation is there. If you sense this, I have already created it, and now I'm allowing it into my experience. Allowance doesn't happen by focusing on it and pulling at it. It's like pulling at grass or a plant. Come on, grow. It'll grow because you've planted the seed. And you're watering. Basically, you're watering and looking after the plant is you constantly and consistently staying in the vibration of already having it. But not by focusing on it, but by doing things that give you a sense of the essence of what you want. So deal with things, in case of love or relationship, deal with things that you love. It doesn't have to be human related, anything, because that will keep you in the love vibration. Deal with topics that you love, anything that will enhance this loving field around you and within you. You don't have to focus on what you want. The universe knows you've already put it out there. And so I love this in connection with the idea of surrendering. Surrender completely then to the higher power, the universal intelligence, right? Because what you want usually is you want it to be beneficial to you. So this surrendering bit, that is the last aspect now that I'm introducing here, means that you're actually trusting and you're signalizing to the universe and to the loving intelligence out there, I trust that whatever you bring to me, that this will be to my highest good, that this will be beneficial to me. Otherwise, I don't want it. And you need to be clear on that. If you say, I want it regardless because I want it, you can have it. But then you might have the experience of whatever consequence this might be, and it may not make you happy. If you're clear on, yes, I absolutely do want this because I feel it's in alignment, But if it's not good for me, or if there's something better, show me. I'm willing. I surrender to the higher intelligence, to my higher self, my inner being, my inner self. That way you can be sure that it is looked after. And the surer you are, the faster it will be in your experience. And you do not have to believe me. You do not have to believe anyone who says anything about manifesting. Try different things. Try it. Try to manifest with your focus and your vision boards and your journaling, and try this, right? And see what that process is like for you. And then try maybe just to create it, experience it, and then release and let go of the result. Because also, once we let go of the result, we become much more open and free for the universal intelligence to bring it to us in ways that we haven't even expected, that surpass all our experience. No, not experience, expectation. And experience, possibly. Expectation. And this is a beautiful experience to have something that you really want. You release it. It comes into your experience, and you know it's in response to your calling for it. And then it's even much more magnificent and much more powerful and magical and wonderful and delightful than you thought, because you didn't even think of manifesting it in that way or in that fashion or in that. And you know, oh wow, we truly are connected. I am connected to the higher intelligence. This is all one. It is all one. I am part of the all one. So that's it. So stop focusing on what you want. Put it out there, release it, and do not get attached to the result. You need to know as well, when it's something that is really, let's say you're in a painful state and you want to create less pain, meaning more happiness, more joy, more being okay, right? Then obviously you want this, and the result matters. It matters whether you get it or not. But if you get too attached to this outcome, you block it. And you've heard this before. So by signalizing and telling the universe, this is what I want, this is what I'm creating, I'm in the process of creating this better state of being, less painful state, more joyful state, more whole state, healthy state. And knowing, and this is really, really important, and I know sometimes it's difficult when we're in states of, when humans are in states of deep pain and suffering, knowing that no matter what, I will be okay. If the improvement comes, I'll be delighted. If it doesn't come, or doesn't come in that way, or comes later, I will be okay. I will manage whatever is there. I will manage, meaning you on soul level. You help your human self go through this. So this means that, yes, the result you absolutely wanted, but you know it will be okay even if this does not enter your experience. Then you deal with it in different ways, and you trust in that there is purpose to it, there is a point to it, and that you will grow from it, and that you can take something from it. It will not be in vain, it will not be nonsense, it will be an experience you can still hold and treasure and make the most of, even if you cannot see the purpose in that moment. Okay, so this knowing I will be okay no matter what will also help you to relax in relation to the result and not hold on to wanting that result so much. Okay, I hope that this makes sense and that this helps, and I am going to love you and leave you for today. And we'll talk to each other next time if you want to.